Here it's the home stretch of the show today. Veronica's still here. Teekatown is in the house.
Yes.
Lionel has brought one of his artists here. TU is joining us, and welcome to you.
Thank you very much.
Now, you're well. How would you describe your music?
Well, it's conscious, real hip hop.
Conscious, real hip hop.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're going to hear
Conscious
a track
rap.
at the end of this, and but let's get to know you a little bit. First of all, do you want to tell the story of your name, TU?
Sure. My nieces, they couldn't say stew when they were about 2-3 years old,
Yeah.
and they just called me Two. So
Yeah.
it kind of stuck, and now they're teenagers, so
Yeah.
they can say my name, obviously, but
Yeah.
it's just stuck. They keep saying it, right? Uncle
Yeah.
Two. So,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
great. So now you're from Toronto,
I'm from Mississauga.
Mississauga,
Mhm.
and so how long have you been like? How did you get into being a musical artist?
Well, started about when I was 16, just kicking around with friends, making little songs and tracks and stuff. And then I met Sparky here from Teekatown.
Yeah.
And he gave me that push to do it professionally and go out to the bars and do shows and get in the studio and stuff like that. So,
Okay, so and I mean your choice of conscious, real hip hop. I mean that's what does that mean exactly in your,
Well,
from your point of view?
it's basically just about real life stuff that like I've gone through, seen, that I like to display in my music to show other people that I'm not about, just rapping about the cars and the women and stuff like that just has no sense in hip hop, I see.
It gets pretty tiring after a while to
Right.
hear that same old kind
Right.
of stuff. I don't even know. And then being real, right? I mean, it's like you can tell when somebody's faking it.
Right, right.
And I see it all the time. I see it even with in all walks of life, even people being
Not authentic.
fake, right?
They're not authentic.
Putting on an act
Yeah.
or something, whether they got to do it for their job or whether they have to, like, was there a point where you actually kind of realized that you had to choose kind of the path of authenticity?
I've just been making real music from the start, basically. Yeah.
So you were authentic right from the get-go,
Yeah.
and it just came from you.
Right.
And did hip hop just sort of come out of you, or was it a genre that you gravitated towards and you liked, and then you wanted to emulate it, or was it just so natural for you to just do hip hop?
I've taken bits of pretty much every music
Right.
as inspiration and like basically try to sample that and put it into my music.
Okay.
So it's not just strictly hip hop. It's
Right.
like there's a bit of rock sound in there,
Okay.
classical stuff
Ooh.
like that.
So do you work on the actual, the beat creation, the actual musical?
Some of them I
production?
have, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, who were some of the influences or the artists that you just liked when you were growing up?
I'd say Tupac is a big one. Eminem.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I'm liking more of Canadian hip hop, which is like Classified, Snack the Ripper, Mad Child, stuff like that. I like because it's independent hip hop and they do it on their own kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Drake? What about that guy?
He's doing his thing. He's a big ambassador of Toronto and the Raptors and whatnot. So
Yeah.
he's making his money. Can't hate on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I have a question. When you said, you talk about the authentic stuff, the one person that I really gravitated towards was Eminem. you know, when he started out, and especially like Lose Yourself, you know, when you listen to the words, I mean, they're like gut-wrenching.
Right.
And it really speaks to you. And I think he was one of the first people that really started talking about how it really is.
Right.
And so I like the way you say it consciously, you know, rap, or sorry, hip hop music, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Tupac? Was that like a, did they kill him, do you think?
Conspiracy, yes.
Yeah, conspiracy, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, a lot of people tend to think he's still alive, but I don't know. I'd say he's pretty dead.
Yeah, I don't know. I know David Bowie is still alive,
Mm-hmm.
but
Do you know that for a fact?
I can show you some stuff that will get you to convince, maybe. But, I mean, you see that whole thing. I don't know if you've followed this. I mean, you mentioned the conspiracy, blah, blah, blah. And then you hear all these stories about how, you know, that the whole hip-hop elite culture, like, which is really centered in California, I guess,
Yeah.
right? It's all, like, they're all satanic sellouts.
Illuminati.
And you
Yeah.
gotta play the game
Yeah.
to make it in that industry
Right.
and all that kind of stuff. I mean, have you looked into it, or, you know, do you follow any
Yeah,
of
I've
that
followed
kind of
that. Yeah. I see that a lot of bigger named rappers and whatnot, they try to get into that Illuminati thing, and then
Yeah.
they tend to kind of roll like a rolling stone and get bigger,
Yeah.
as it seems, right?
Yeah, it's like if you play the game,
Right.
then they're going to let you rise in the industry.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I think that, okay, so if that's the game, right?
Mhm.
And we've heard stories, like have you ever seen that interview with Bob Dylan, where he admits basically to selling his soul to the devil? Have you
Right.
seen that?
I haven't
Well,
seen it, but
But anyway,
I
it's
know what
out
you're
there,
speaking of, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know, and then it makes you think. And who was that guy, that blues guy, he was the guy that went to the crossroads where he met the devil, and then all that stuff about crossroads.
so many artists that
but that guy
have
was
that
like the
theme.
original
Right.
guy. He couldn't play. He went out. He sold his soul to the devil. Comes back. He's the best guitar player. I forget his name, but I mean, it makes you wonder what it takes, right? Like to make it in the music business, period, right?
Yeah.
What do you ever think about that kind
yeah,
of
if
stuff?
you can't beat them, join them, right?
Really? Seriously?
I guess, yeah.
I mean, it depends what you want. Is that what you want? You're willing to go that far to make it?
Right.
Would you sell your soul to the devil to make it? I think is what he's asking. You don't have to answer it, but that's, I think, the question.
If you're born for it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
You only
it's a
live
choice.
once, right? So-
Well, do you?
Yeah.
I don't know. So now we're going to hear one of your tracks coming
Yeah.
up at the end
Mhm.
here. Do you want to just tell us a little bit about? Is this part of a larger body of work? Have you put like a?
Yeah.
Do you want to just tell us about that?
Yeah, sure. It's one of the tracks off my EP. Like, I put together a demo EP, and it's actually, the beat was given to me. The hook I actually took from a sample from Deep Purple, and they had a song called Blind Man. So I sped it up so it doesn't sound the same, and
Are you
put
allowed
it
to do
on-
that? Take a piece of a well-known.
Pretty much all music is taken from somewhere. right?
Yeah.
It's for promotional
Oh, okay.
use.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so we're going to hear that in a few minutes, but let's talk about that issue because,
Yeah.
you know, this kind of thing is technology allows us, in my thinking, you know, technology allows us to create new art forms, right?
Yeah.
Sampling technology didn't exist at one point.
Right.
As soon as it did, it allowed a whole new art form to be created, and that is you sample other people's music,
Right.
right? And it's just, that to me, it's an art form.
Yeah.
So, you know, how do you deal with the copyright issues is maybe another issue, but you know, I think we have to stand up for artistic, creative expression.
Right.
So anyway, this song, what's it called that we're going to
Blind
hear?
Man.
Blind Man. Before we hear it, I still want to talk. So this is part of an EP,
Mm-hmm.
and does the EP itself have a name?
It does. It's called My Life.
My Life.
Yes.
And
I can't believe no one's taken that.
yeah, Billy Joel had a song, My Life.
No, he's, oh, he did?
I
Yeah,
don't
he did,
care
that's right.
anymore.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I was gonna say, it's just so, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And is this like your first release?
It
or-
is. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Are you gonna have a release party?
Um,
You getting there?
Not really. Just kind of doing it independent.
Okay,
and, yeah.
all right.
And what was the recording process like?
Took a while. Yeah. Just because with work and family and stuff like that, and. Yeah.
Now, what did you go to a studio, or were you able to do it yourself, or who were you
For
working
half
with?
of the tracks, I went to a studio, and the other half was done in a basement, basically. Yeah.
So, and what is your process in terms of songwriting? I mean, you start with lyrics. Do you start with trying to come up with a musical hook?
Basically, I get the beat first, and
Yeah.
then I write to the beat, kind of thing. And yeah,
Oh, all right. Like when you say beat, you mean the
instrumental.
instrumental
Yeah.
part.
Mhm.
And what do you like in a beat that works for you? Like, how do you when do you know that you found a beat that you really
It's
like?
basically got to click to something that I'm already thinking in progress for a song, kind of thing.
So you might have some lyrical ideas
Right.
already, and you go, "Oh, that's gonna work well with
Right.
that."
Yeah.
Do you ever make your own beats up?
A little bit. Yeah.
And how do you do that? I'm just curious. Like,
Um,
do you get on a synth, or are you working with a drum machine, or how does that work?
Basically both, like keyboard and drum
Yeah.
machine and
Yeah.
computer and stuff.
And what kind of sounds? Do you work with the bass sounds?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what I do. Yeah.
So do you mostly just write and sing?
Mostly, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And have you had any performances?
I've had a few. Yes. Yeah.
What was your most memorable one?
I would say opening for Snack the Ripper. He's a Canadian rap artist.
See, I haven't heard of Snack the Ripper.
Yeah, he's
I've heard
from-
of Classified, but
Okay. He's from British Columbia,
okay,
and he's with Stomp Down Killers.
okay.
Yeah.
And where was that? What was the venue?
It was at Rockpile West.
Where's that?
Yeah, where is that?
Near 427 and Dundas.
Oh.
At the Six Points Plaza?
Um,
I think it might be at the Six Points Plaza.
I believe it's near there. Yeah.
Yeah, near there. And what kind of? I mean, what kind of show was that? Was it a full house or?
It was fairly good. Yeah, good turnout, and he was kind of on his come up, and I think it was his second or third Canada-wide tour or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
And how did you feel your performance went?
It was pretty good. I got a good reaction from the crowd, and sold quite a bit of tickets for it, and made some pocket money
Oh yeah,
and stuff. Yeah.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you perform, do you perform to a track?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you ever have any intentions of moving towards playing with live players?
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but that's a whole new level of production. And,
Right.
well, I mean, it's so hard to get a band
It's also money
that can
and-
actually work
exactly,
together,
yeah.
stick together, play
Right.
together.
Yeah.
Plus, you got to split the money.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's fun. And what are your ultimate intentions for your music career?
Just to get out there and get known, and meet some more of my idols, and work with some people that I've like respected and idolized in the rap industry, and try to get more known.
And now you mentioned a lot of the people that you've kind of looked, some of your favorite artists are a lot of Canadian artists, right? I mean,
Mhm.
what's your assessment of the whole Canadian hip hop scene these days?
It's tough in Canada. Yeah, it's pretty tough unless your name is Drake or Classified. you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So it's pretty tough.
What do you think it takes? Well, we sort of already touched on that, but I mean,
But
in
why do you think
Canada-
it's tough here in Canada? Why do you think it is here?
I believe there's not as much support in Canada.
Okay, so the
as-
market may not be here for it.
Right. Yeah.
Well, the market, plus I find that our, like cultural
Diversity?
institutions,
Yeah,
like,
oh.
for example, radio stations. They're very small c conservative in a bad way. They're afraid to take a risk.
Right.
I think it's part of Canadian just characteristics that, we won't support our local people until we make it somewhere else.
Right. That's exactly what it is.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the problem is, but
Yeah.
it's been a problem for a long time, I think. And,
Right.
I always joke that, if you're a Canadian artist, no matter what your level of success, you got to keep your day job, right?
Right. Yeah.
Now, are you going to release this on this EP, My Life? Are you releasing it on CD, or is it going to be? Where is it going to be available?
SoundCloud, Reverb Nation. Some tracks are on YouTube. And
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like videos.
Yep.
Are they videos?
Yep.
And did you? I mean, was it? Did you put a lot of production into your video efforts?
They're low budget,
Yeah.
independent.
Yeah. But are you happy with them?
Yeah, they're not bad. Yeah.
Yeah. And then what are you planning on next in terms of? You've got this EP now. Is it actually out yet? The full thing?
Not fully released. No.
Okay,
Yeah.
not fully released,
Yeah.
but then once that's out, then what are your plans?
Do some more shows, a couple more videos, and yeah, hopefully some more interviews like this and stuff.
Okay, very cool.
I can't wait to hear it.
Well, we're gonna hear it. I guess we can hear it right now. But it's been great to meet you.
Yeah.
To you.
Much
And-
luck, much success.
Thank you very much.
And
Just follow your passion.
where can people get and stay in touch with you online?
On Facebook or Teekatown.com. That's TEEKATOWN.com.
So they can just find you there,
Yep.
teekatown.com,
Mhm.
and look for your stuff on SoundCloud
And
YouTube.
YouTube. Yep.
Okay, great. All right. Well, thanks for coming here today.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Good to meet you. Good to have this conversation. And now we're going to hear the track. Is
Yeah,
called.
let's hear it.
What's it called?
Blind Man.
Blind Man.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And we'll be listening for those Deep Purple samples. So anyway, thanks for being
Thanks.
here today. Okay, and that's it for the show.
See you
So,
next week.
Well, after the song. But
Oh
anyway,
yeah, right.
Veronica.
Well, yeah, but
thanks.
I'm not gonna be back here after the song, am I?
You're not. No. So we're gonna say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
And thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you next time here at thatchannel.com. Here is TU with Blind Man.
I've been known to get really psycho in the night, bro. So just back the fuck up when I'm in the cypher and watch the mic glow. Y'all wanna see a real MC like me? Then back the fuck up and put your hands up slow. My attitude is bugging and my temper's starting to grow. My thinking's starting to shift and it's starting to show. I use it to my advantage and step up my flow. I'm straight out the laboratory. Ain't no one gonna battle for me. You ready? Let's go. I'm consistent and persistent. Constant resistance. No hesitation when I drop this lyrical precision. I'm spitting this written faster and harder. It's my only decision. Me losing in this game, only haters is wishing. It's simple, you simpleton. This is my mission. Perfection, I strive for no less, without exception. My wordplay deception is spinning symbols in random selection. Similes drawn out without a correction. I took the alphabet dictionary injection. Now this poetry just flows through me like it's my protection. When I'm ripping up this heartbeat, versus solid concrete, just another gem for my collection. It's like I should be shitting out platinum records and pissing out gold hits. I spit some bullshit. My mind is a temple that I shelter from harm. No matter the season, gotta weather the storm. I just keep pushing on and on. I sit back and take a look at my life, and I come to the realizations, all the wrongs that should have been rights. All those long hard days and cold sleepless nights. My mind state is way too out of sight. I got the will and the might. The world is crumbling and rumbling, but I still see the light. Living in these last days of time, watching time fly past in my mind. It's like it's flying so fast I can't even find my conscious rhyme. I'm constantly picking apart the part of my brain that's obviously insane. I'm on that murder rap tip, slitting throats, I got power to gain. Spark the match to ignite this flame, putting a torch to whack commercial rap, cause this ain't a game. I'm going insane, rolling these dice to this game called life. Damn, double six is a game. Maybe this is a sign I'm a sin, since birth I was slain. The prophecy shall remain the same. I drink from the holy waters of the God's rain and spit it in the face of Lucifer with no shame, and make up with him the very next day and do the opposite, rain in reverse the same way. I've been called on the higher powers of both sides, and I came to slay my vicious powers I can't contain. My mood may change and they start to sway. Who am I kidding? The devil's alive inside of me and he's here to stay.